On today's show, we're talking about breaking free from fad diets and how to set a foundation for lifelong health, strength, and vitality. Joining me a little bit later on the show is Brianna Michelle. She's a TV host, she is a fitness advocate, she's a wife and mom, and she has a great book out called F the Diet. I know that's a shocker when I say that, but it's just a play on words because it's really about setting a healthy foundation. And she's gonna talk about 8 fundamentals of the ways we can stay fit and break free from the dieting mentality. Also, my girl Stacy's joining us to talk about her testimony where she released over 20+ pounds by implementing some of these fundamental truths when it comes to fitness. So grab your water bottles and lace up your sneakers for this Authentic Living Fit episode. Hey guys, Courtney Shaw here for this Authentic Living Fit segment. I am talking shop today with Brianna Michelle. Listen, she is an integrative, holistic nutritionist as well as a fitness expert. She's a TV host, she's a wife, she's a mom of 2 young girls, and she's an overall powerhouse. And she's here today to talk a little bit about the fundamentals of health and fitness. I know so many times we feel like failures, we get frustrated, but she's got a great way to help us set an awesome foundation to get fit, to stay fit, and have lasting results. So Brianna, it's so great to finally connect with you, girl.
Thank you. I think that was the best introduction I've ever had. That was fantastic. Thank you.
Well, you had so much to glean from just learning about you through my good friend Stacy. We finally connected. Just a fellow fit mom, somebody that's passionate and committed about really not only living it themselves, but helping others do it as well. So I want to talk to you a little bit about getting back to the basics today, because I know we live in a world with fad diets. We know that there's seasons being in the health and fitness industry where everybody's hyped up in January because it's the start of a new year, and then by March, April, kind of everybody falls off the bandwagon, and then you get fired up again because you have to get in that bathing suit for summer. So I want you to talk a little bit about your fitness story, first of all, how you developed this passion and commitment for a healthy lifestyle and helping others as well.
Well, I feel like I was fortunate enough. I grew up in a household that my father would take the Washington Post every morning and would highlight the health section, and we had to read it before we went to school. So we had to read it before we went to school, and I grew up in a house where my mother said, "Is your homework done?" And my father said, "Have you run and done your squats today?"
Wow.
So there was this balance of academic and studying and the balance of fitness. So I feel like that carried over into adulthood. I played a sport in college, I got injured, couldn't play sport. Then what do? You know, where's your passion when you stop devoting your entire life to a sport? And that really turned into learning much more about nutrition. And that is where I found is so much of the key and so overlooked. And, and we torture ourselves. We look at food as a way that we end up torturing ourselves instead of using it as this powerful tool. And so what I really teach women is to utilize food as our friend. You know, I preach the 8 F's that we've talked about, and I'm sure we'll get into it. But
absolutely,
that is where, you know, women go awry. We punish ourselves by taking away food and making it so restrictive. And instead, if we turn to it and we look at all the beautiful things that food can create, it can create the physique we want. It creates the mentality that we want. And that's where everything started to shift for me, is when food became a powerhouse instead of something that you take away to torture yourself and try to create this other physique.
That's really good. I think, again, it's a mindset shift, right? But it takes a lot for us to get there because of commercialism and the hype. And, you know, we live in this society where everything is a microwave, instant results, or sometimes we'll see, you know, with the TV background, these before and afters, and we're like, man, how do they really do that in like 90 days? Is that even possible? But what I love about you is you talk about the asterisk that, you know, results may vary depending on the person, but the truth of the matter is fitness and health is customizable, right? It's not a broad brush for everyone. Everybody's body needs different things. And so one of the things that I really love that you hit on is getting back to the foundation. And that's what I want to talk today. I love the title of your book. This is Authentic Living. We keep it real, right? But the title was like F the Diet or something like that. So when I was reading that, I'm like, oh, wow. Like, tell me how you really feel. I'm like, okay, I mean, but the truth is I've kind of felt that way at some point in my life, but more importantly, I've felt like a failure, or I felt like, you know what, I get frustrated. And to me, that's what that F stands for from the negative side. But you've really flipped the script, and you've created a positive foundation of some building blocks that will help us have long-lasting health. So go ahead and hit on the 8 Fs.
Right. So I'm not a crass person. I'm not actually cursing at you when I say F the diet.
Because I'm like, man, where are we going with this?
I know. Well, it's catchy, so it makes you remember it. But F really stands for forget dieters mentality, right? We're building the platform for a lifestyle. We're treating ourselves with respect by what we put in it and how we move our body every day. So from there, the last 8 years, I've done dramatic before and after results for television infomercials.
Right.
That's kind of how you've come to know me. And those results to me are very legitimate because I know what I'm doing behind the scenes, and it's all having to do with food. And then it has, you know, obviously some movement to create the shape we want, but it starts with the foundation of food. So I noticed over the last 8 years, whether it's male or female, doesn't matter if you're 100 pounds overweight or 10 pounds overweight, it is about these fundamentals. So I have fat, fiber, flora, fitness, fluids, frame of mind, fortitude, and flames.
What is the very first step if somebody's had unhealthy habits, they want to break free from the yo-yo dieting, they're committing to this long term, what's that first F they need to start with?
I think it really starts with fat. And you think, because you're like, woo, body fat.
Yeah, that's like a curse word. Fat.
I know, but we've spent probably 2 decades in this idea that dietary fat is what's making us fat, and it's not. We now know, and all this science is emerging, which is a wonderful thing, that we have science to support this. This isn't just kooky gals talking on the park bench, but the science is supporting that fat is actually very nourishing. Fat squashes inflammation. Fat is the basis to create all the hormones. So when we went and did the low fat craze, we have the worst fertility rates.
Wow, that's a really good perspective.
Years. So we need to create an environment. So we need to get away from being afraid of fat and all these manufactured foods, and I guess another F would be factories.
So give us one example of a really good fat, a healthy fat we can incorporate in our diet today.
Well, my favorite is avocado because it also has potassium and these electrolytes that as we start to take out some of the processed food and the sugars, we lose a lot of the electrolytes. We're out there, you know, working out and again sweating. So we're able to put electrolytes back in with the potassium. It has more potassium than a banana. So now you don't have to go eat a sugary banana, you can eat an avocado.
That's really
good.
And
it's satiating and it's satisfying and it keeps us full for hours.
Feel-good food, right? I mean, every time I have avocado on some toast or something, I literally mentally feel better. I really feel like it has an instant effect for me.
When we transition to using stored fat and dietary fat for fuel, as opposed to being the sugar burner and constantly needing sugar to fuel our next activity. So we need something every couple of hours. Oh, please, eat the yolk that is in an egg. No more egg whites. Please, no more egg whites. Oh, it's the worst.
That's a big one.
I was guilty of it probably about 8 years ago. If you had ever gone through a nutrition program with me, I would have gone, oh, you know, just a little bit of fat. Let's make sure we eat the egg whites.
My egg carton was like totally filled up with the yolks, right? And I would use those maybe for baking or stuff like that.
Where all the beautiful nourishment actually is. There's choline and there's all these other things that actually help our brain, help our hormones, and we were throwing them in the trash. So please don't do that anymore.
Pick up the yolks.
Pick up the yolk.
Avocados, bring the fat back, right?
Yeah, egg cholesterol does not raise our blood cholesterol. 2 separate things.
So let's get through the other F's quick too, and just maybe hit one point on each one.
Fiber we start to need because it helps feed our good gut bacteria.
Right.
And that parlays right into flora. When my F is flora, it means a happy, healthy gut. So much of our gut communicates with our brain.
I believe that.
So we have this low-fat society and we have an increase in depression, anxiety, and all these mood disorders. So there's a connection there.
So what's one thing that we could add in, maybe somebody that doesn't even think about their gut health, like whether it's a supplement or a food or something they could add in that could start creating that good environment in their gut?
Food first. So cruciferous vegetables, things like Brussels sprouts, broccoli, cauliflower, those really fibrous vegetables that we can actually flavor and make taste great.
That's right.
Those will help, and they have the added benefit of having volume to trigger a feeling of full.
It does. You feel fuller after you eat a ton of broccoli.
Right.
So let's go to the next F.
What do we have? Fat, fiber, flora, fluids. We want to make sure we're hydrating, but not just with water. We forget that we could put in a ton of water, but we're flushing out electrolytes. So to feel good, to have muscle strength, to stave off headaches, we have to put in sodium, magnesium, potassium back in.
Okay, so what is a way we can do that?
Sea salt your food.
Okay, so not in the
super
water. Don't drink the ocean.
That might not be so great.
Okay.
But you can sea salt your food liberally.
Okay.
So that avocado with sea salt on it, incredible for actually hydrating you. Wash it down with some water.
And usually you think salt would dehydrate you, but you're saying
Table salt will. Table salt will
Okay.
make you bloat and retain water and not in a positive way.
Real, genuine, authentic
Sea salt, Himalayan salt, there's other names for it, Celtic salt, that's all helpful.
All right, on to the next step.
Flames, and when I say flames, I mean inflammation. So that will naturally start to squash as we increase our fat and we decrease our sugar and carbs. Sugar and carbs is what's hardening arteries and causing all this inflammation. So on with that, you'll feel better. And then we have fortitude. So
I like that.
Well, it is, because we get to this great point and then you start to have things that creep in. You have the naysayers. You have people that are like, oh, you can just come out for a drink. Oh, so what if we just go get ice cream?
Right.
And they're not understanding what you're creating and why you're respecting your body.
And it's a disciplined lifestyle. It's commitment. It doesn't mean that you can't enjoy yourself, but there are educated ways we can do that and have fun and create a healthy environment as well. So now that we've got that fortitude, what is the next step?
What's our very last one?
I don't know. We're having so much fun.
I know.
Is that what the
fun is? It's gotta be
we
fun.
Need that in our
we
life
got fitness.
have,
We're gonna go into that. Obviously, creating the body that we want. You know, it's one thing to lose weight, but you don't want stuff just hanging. We don't want to be skinny fat.
Yeah, that's right. And we're gonna hit on skinny fat too, because I'm a big proponent of resistance training and load-bearing exercise. But where can our viewers go to get connected and get access to your book and your training programs? Because you have a lot of cool customized things online. Like you said, it's not one shoe fits all, but you can do some unique things for each person depending on what their specific needs are.
And it's really simple. You can find me at briannamichelle.com. Are we able to put the link?
Yeah, we'll put that up.
I know the spelling can be kind of funny. And then on Instagram at the Brianna Michelle.
Awesome. Well, Brianna, thank you so much for educating us, inspiring us, and now you're going to empower us with an incredible workout. So stick around. We're going to come back. We've got my good friend, our mutual friend now, Stacy. We're going to be working out. We're going to be hearing a little bit about her testimony as well, how she started implementing some of these 8 F's and found freedom, and now she is operating in functional fitness. So we'll be right back. Hey everyone, Courtney here with the Authentic Living Show. I'm back with Brianna Michelle, and joining us is our good mutual friend, Stacy. She's here to talk about how she applied some of the 8 F's we talked about in the first part of the show, and how she finally broke free from the yo-yo dieting. So Stacy, it's good to see you, girl.
Good to see you.
Looking good, looking fit, looking strong. I love it. So it's all about living authentic, right? And so that means intention. That means going through the process. That means trying to figure out why your body's liking stuff and why it's not. So what was your breakthrough moment finally? Because you've been committed to health and fitness for a while, but something happened when you ran into this amazing woman, and I just felt like you had a major breakthrough. So talk to us a little bit about that.
Yes, so with Brianna, I was working behind the scenes with her. I'm like a photographer, videographer, and I'm seeing all of these people's testimonials, and they're crying, I've lost all this weight, and I'm like, what is wrong with me? It's not happening, it's not happening. And I just called Brianna one time practically in tears. I'm like, why can't I be like all of these people? And she went over some things with me, the 8 factors of fat loss, things that I didn't know could be wrong.
Yeah.
And she just made several suggestions. 1 month later, I lost 12 pounds. And then the next month it was like 5 more pounds, and within like an 8-month period of time, I had lost 30 pounds.
That's insane. I mean, that is a lot of weight to release in a short amount of time, but really what the breakthrough was for you is that there were some things that you were truly allergic to, and that was really toxic in your body, and your body was holding on to that unnecessary weight instead of releasing it. So what were some of those key things for you that were major breakthrough?
Stress. Stress was the biggest thing. So Brianna's like an amazing biohacker. She's like really good at biohacking.
I love the science.
Hard scientist,
so
right?
I just like, hey, no matter what I do, I promise I'm not cheating. My stomach is like, she's like stressed. Do this, and I started, doing things to de-stress myself and taking some what is
adaptogenic
ashwagandha roots.
Oh wow,
I
that's
take
a whole
that
nother
every
show,
day.
you guys.
So, but it's something to help you manage your cortisol levels, which was a big problem for me.
Right.
I also can't handle wheat or dairy. She's like, just try cutting this out.
A lot of people, right, have wheat or dairy allergies. I think that's the majority of people, right?
My stomach got so flat after like no dairy, lower the cortisol, and and be careful with wheat and gluten. Just
Yeah.
not, you know, I used to get hives on my legs, everything whenever I would eat something with wheat in it. I would just avoid it, and I feel amazing.
So
Yes.
one of the big pieces of the puzzle, which we know nutrition is more than 80% of it, right?
Right.
You've got to commit to nourishing your body with healthy living foods, but it's about moving it. And I believe if you don't move it, you lose it, right?
Yes.
And Brianna and I talked earlier in the first part of the show about being skinny fat. And a lot of people don't know what that is, but I looked at a lot of friends that used to teach aerobics classes, like 6 or 7 a week, and they were still like jiggling and moving and things were shaking where they shouldn't be, and it was because they were lacking that muscle tone, and that comes from load-bearing exercise. So you've been working with Brianna too, and she's inspired you even the more so to get fit and active while eating good. So Brianna, talk to us a little bit today about the workout you're going to take us through, because these are some things that we can do at home, on the go. We're in a park today. I mean, it's a gorgeous day. It's cool out, it's sunshiny, it's good to get outside. So what are you going to show us today?
Today we're just going to do some body weight moves and just cheap resistance bands. I mean, for less than $10, you have no excuse not to figure out a few moves, and you can work it throughout your day. I think
right.
the big thing is that Stacy doesn't always get down and do a big chunk of 30, 45 minutes.
Right.
She might do 15 minutes in the morning, 10 minutes in between calls. And that's where it is. It's get it in where you can fit it in and not stressing yourself about having to go to a gym or doing something so structured. So today it's just all about body weight moves, and we're going to do total body, and it's only a few minutes, and it's still going to rock you.
Awesome. So Stacy, are you going to take the advanced movements, or are you going to give those to me? I think since you've had this amazing transformation, you're all about the advanced, and this mama could use a little break, so I'll do the beginning movements. How about that?
How about some advanced funny moves?
You get to see how uncoordinated or coordinated we actually are. So what are we going to start off with?
Okay, I'm going to hand you some resistance bands, and here's what we're going to do. So it's all about maximizing our time. So we want to do moves that incorporate multiple body parts.
Okay.
So for the first one, it's going to be a standard curtsy lunge. So if you don't have resistance bands, you've never done anything else, you're going to stand here, and you're going to curtsy behind you and come up. You guys are going to take it another level and work shoulders. So arms,
Oh, wow.
your wrists stay out at shoulder height. Now alternate and up. So abs stay sucked in really, really tight, and you just go
core
down.
tight.
And if you have a phone near you, you just put on like 30 seconds, just put little timers and just keep going.
So is this like the royal booty workout? Is that what this is, our curtsy and a
That's
squat
okay.
combined? And you will have a royal highness. That's what this is.
I like
Royal
it.
Highness is gonna
It's on fire.
Hardworking moms, we don't have a lot that makes us feel very royal sometimes.
Yeah,
so there
that's
we
true.
go.
But this exercise will do. My shoulders are literally like burning. Yeah.
Yeah, and you feel it rear
My
delt.
biceps are getting ripped.
Yes.
Yeah, we want to look good in that tank top.
Okay, I think we're good.
All right. So next move, we want, again, working with the booty, we want to go sumo squat. So
Okay.
this time, we had our arms out here. This time we want to keep them lower. And you're going to feel it more in your triceps and the outside of your shoulders. Feet go, toes go parallel. Yep. You're going to sink down, and then as you come up, you pull out.
Oh, okay.
So down, pull out. So you come up, squeeze your quads, squeeze your butt, keep your abs sucked in, and then come up and you pull back. You're doing it right. So you're here and then you pull back.
Pop the chest out.
Pop the chest, pop the booty, pop the chest. I always say butt down, chest up. So we're here. Now, ready to take it down to the floor?
Oh, let's do it.
All right, we're gonna start with a plank. I'm gonna go at an angle so they can kind of get that. But you're gonna start with a standard plank. And for beginners, you can just go in and out. And then ladies, can you put your resistance around your ankles?
Oh, we're getting advanced with this.
I knew this was coming.
I know. So do resistance around your ankles, and then you're gonna have a little bit of a wide stance. You're gonna go wider, and then never come completely in so that you always feel some resistance. So abs are tight, back is flat, your shoulders are over your wrists. Now go in and out like you're doing it's called a plank jack. Yep, and try to keep your butt down as much as you can, just keep it level. You can go in and out, in and out. So you feel that, keep your core tight. Try to keep your butt from pitching up. Let's do like 2 more. And 1 more. All right, while we're there.
Booty's on fire.
Oh, no. While
Oh,
we're there.
going down. Yes, drill sergeant.
While we're there, we're gonna stay here.
Okay.
You can either choose to keep your resistance bands on and just have a little bit of resistance.
Okay.
Working the booty, and then you're gonna tap, 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 tap. So working triceps. You'll notice your feet need to stay wide so you can engage your core. And the key there is to get a little less wiggle. You don't want to wiggle those hips.
No.
All right, so we can take the resistance bands off.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
This is all really easy stuff though that you can do anywhere.
easy.
Even if you sit at a job, you know, at a desk and you're sedentary, this is something you can do right out in your office area really quick.
Right, and I mean, you're breathing, so it's not.
I'm winded right now.
I feel like if you do resistance training properly, you don't always need that additional cardio.
Thank you for making that point. That's so good because so many people feel like, oh, I didn't get my cardio in, but if you keep moving, your heart rate's up and you're getting that cardiovascular exercise in while doing resistance training.
Absolutely, and you can do it in between. I mean, you could be doing things like the squat jumps and just be working that in.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but if I have to microwave something, there's never a time that I don't microwave. I'm either doing squats, I'm doing push-ups, I'm doing counter push-ups. Super simple.
We're gonna never look at our microwave the same way again after you've done the guilt. You have got to be doing something during those 30 seconds of nuking.
When I brush my teeth, I teach my client plie squat. Because then you don't, it happens all day long.
That's talking about maximizing your moments, right? But the point is you're eliminating the excuses to where we have to really be intentional and incorporate it and make fitness fun throughout our everyday life.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Well, this has been a great workout. So do you have workouts online that we could see or videos we could download as well?
And I would we'll put a code up there so maybe we can give exclusive access just to the people that watch.
Yes.
Yeah, we have one that Stacy just completed 6 weeks of fire starter.
Oh, wow.
It is killing for legs, butt, and abs.
And we all need that.
Ooh,
we need to get our rear ends in gear for the new year, right?
It's the foundation.
So that's awesome. Well, Stacy, any final thoughts? What's been your favorite exercise that you've been able to take away and incorporate into your everyday routine?
Favorite? When I'm finished, that's my favorite.
That's a new F. She said
relationship.
favorite and finish. Okay, well, I think that's it. Well, that finishes our fitness segment of Authentic Living Fit. And Brianna, it's been so great to have you on today. Stacy, girl, it's always great hanging out with you and so excited to see your fitness journey come full circle and now that you're walking in freedom. So make sure you go to the website. You can get all the information from Brianna Michelle, how to stay fit and do it authentic. What an incredible, fun, fit show today. Listen, we learned the 8 fundamentals of how to stay fit and healthy and strong, how to have vitality for the long haul. Listen, we enjoyed our time with Brianna Michelle. We're gonna have all of our details up on the website so you can stay connected with her and try out some of our awesome programs. Listen, I don't know where you are in your fit journey, but I've been there too. I've battled with eating disorders, battled with depression, the yo-yo dieting, but I promise you, if you really get back to the basics, you can break free and have true health and freedom. So make sure you stay connected for some great workouts, health tips. I'm gonna introduce some incredible fitness experts on the Authentic Living Show. So go out now, wake up, lace up your sneakers, do something and take action to live your authentic life.